Let's go. Did Ole Miss just get cheated out of a real opportunity to win the SEC West? Well, today we're going to talk about this really heartbreaking loss by the Rebels, a game in which they led quite a bit. But I do feel there were some missed calls in favor of Alabama in a really big spot. It looks as if our guy, Jaxson Dart, is back to pass. It looks like it's a very good play right here by Dallas Turner. He drives the left tackle all the way back until the quarterback, and he makes a big sack right there, or else Jaxson Dart would have had an opportunity to run for it. And it looks like nothing really happened at the end of this play. But there was a big missed call here. Once again, great bull rush by Dallas Turner. Does a good job keeping 71's arms off of him. He does a good job, obviously, making a play right here, and he brings him down. And, well, you can't smash somebody's helmet in a turf like this right after the play is over. He did it not only once but twice. And honestly, what makes it very vicious is that this is illegal in UFC, where the point is to actually punch people in the face. You cannot hit people in the back of the helmet like this. A good old-fashioned rabbit punch for you diehard boxing fans. It doesn't get much dirtier than that. And then smashes him again into the turf right there. And we want to talk about head safety, concussion safety in this sport. You cannot miss this call right here. Bam! I'm looking at you. Yes, you right now. So if you like anything and everything SEC football related, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. Let's get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. So if you are a Tennessee fan, this was brought up by Callum Valls. You remember this from 2019 when Alabama was still, well, undefeated, right? And this was a sack right here, and they decided in this spot, okay, you're looking, you get a very close-up look right here. Looks like a clean hit, doesn't look like anything extracurricular. Obviously, he is laying on Mac quite a while, but it did force an incompletion, okay? So let's see if there's anything dirty done here. Is there anything dirty? Anything dirty? Anything dirty? Still looks clean to me. He's just sitting on Mac. Maybe he could have gotten up a little quicker. And honestly, it looks kind of weird in slow motion. So it doesn't look like anything bad up to this point. And we get to here. And pushes Mac back down. And they called a flag on it. They called a flag on 19. Gave Bama a first down. And what I want you to do is, number one, that was really dumb by 19 right there. Just let him get up, get off a guy whenever you just hit him. But number two, don't throw a flag here, okay? But they did. And if you're looking, okay, you see the flag get thrown. If you're looking at these screenshots here, you see how big of a penalty this was. This allowed Alabama to continue the drive up 21-13. They make it a two-possession game, and Tennessee, they had an opportunity to get back in. They couldn't score again. Blame Jeremy Pruitt, but also blame Tennessee. But still, that was a massive call that really decided the game. Now, if you're going to throw a flag on that, you got to be consistent and throw a flag on anything and everything late or sitting on the quarterback, if you will. Like I said in my first officiating video, that is still one of the most viewed videos I've ever done, college football related. You know, it wasn't just that one call, but you know, it does seem Dallas Turner has a propensity to be a little rough with the quarterbacks, as you see with the most egregious face mask penalty in the history of face masks. Now, look, face mask sometimes does get missed, and maybe it got missed earlier in this game. We'll talk about that in a second as well. But, you know, at least this wasn't, at least this flag was thrown. If this flag wasn't thrown, it would be crazy. Now, I know face masks do get missed. It got missed, obviously, in a big spot in the Super Bowl when T. Higgins grabbed Jalen Ramsey by the face mask and was able to score a big touchdown. But, I mean, goodness gracious, this could have Sleepy Hollowed this young man. People are going to bring up the Quinn Ewers hit. That was a clean hit, and Quinn Ewers left his feet. But, I mean, I don't know. But yes, I do think one fix to this would be making, and I know people don't like review, but it doesn't take much time to review if somebody smashed somebody's head in the turf after a sack. But God bless. So this was tweeted out by Austin on Air, another potential missed face mask here. I'm actually fine with this one being missed. You know, is it face mask? Yes. But his thumb grazed the face mask, and it was clear he didn't pull him down by the face mask. But it is, you know, at least newsworthy, or at least needs to be brought up in this discussion here. Still a missed call. And honestly, this is Dallas Turner's second week in a row having a personal foul penalty. Early in the game versus LSU, this really didn't amount to anything, but man, he commits a needless horse collar tackle right here. John Embry's not going anywhere here, and he brings him down. I mean, that's just stupid, honestly. But yeah, is Dallas Turner dirty? I don't know, but man, that's ugh. Obviously, LSU fans remember this very, very, very vividly. Does the SEC officials and the whole crew in Alabama, are they in favor of Alabama? Is there a conspiracy here? Well, this was a very controversial call that ended up giving Alabama 3 points right before the half. Looks like LSU's got possession of this, and because Latu was out of bounds, they say, the ball was dead and in favor of Alabama. Looks as if LSU clearly has possession, and just because Latu touches it out of bounds doesn't mean that the ball is dead. I know it poked the ball out and it poked the ball loose. It could just be that is a bad rule, or this could just be a flat-out missed call, right? Because you can argue Greg Brooks had possession of it, and then Latu, who was out of bounds, touched it, and it should have been dead in favor of LSU. There's all different types of explanations for this play. I could totally understand the opposite explanation, but still, this 50-50 call went in favor of Alabama. Boom! I'm looking at you. Yes, you right now. So in the background, I'm telling you, I have never seen any player in the SEC make more touchdown saving tackles than Jordan Battle. But still, does the SEC have Alabama favoritism? Maybe, right? There's always once again, like the tinfoil hat, the SEC league offices in Alabama kind of thing. But I've got to say that, you know, this is 2 weeks in a row that some major, and I didn't include a missed holding call on Harold Perkins last week that helped Bryce Young score it out and make the potential game-winning pass. Lucky enough, LSU was able to come back and still win the game. But it is interesting, right, that a lot of these big calls, these judgment calls, do favor Alabama in big moments quite a bit, right? Whether it be the Georgia fumble or that then, like, if Georgia still was able to win the game, or the offsides on Georgia in the national championship game many years ago. This might seem anecdotal here, but it does seem as if Nick Saban gets the big calls when it matters the most. Now, is there some massive bias against Alabama? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I will say that there's a lot of these, right? There's a lot of these 50-50 judgment things. Now, The issue with saying the SEC wanted Alabama to win this game, though, versus Ole Miss, really doesn't make a lot of sense to me, right? Because if Ole Miss lost this game, this clinched the West for my dear beloved LSU Tigers. So, truth be told, as Will Anderson gets pancaked pretty bad right there, and that allowed Quinshon Judkins to score through. Truth be told, once again, it's Jordan Battle making a touchdown-saving tackle. Actually, he missed this tackle. He slowed him down. Truth be told, I am an LSU fan. So I actually, for the first time in a gazillion million years, wanted Alabama to win this game because it indeed clinched the SEC West. So if you're the SEC, you want to keep your SEC West race compelling, right? So there is no incentive for you to help Alabama win this game. But I don't know. You could never judge, motives, if there are any motives. It is very, very fascinating, though. Now, I'll also include this at the end of the video. I do think my LSU Tigers got some really favorable calls versus Arkansas, including, to me, an unbelievably favorable spot that even after review, they still gave LSU the first down. There were some other weird calls in that game, but I do think Harold Perkins was so phenomenal that I don't think Arkansas was ever winning that game. But still, it is very, very interesting. So, look, we could talk about missed calls here, missed calls there, but this game was dead even, right? I mean, dead even. Go look at the box score of this Ole Miss Alabama game. The penalties were dead even. The yard per play numbers were pretty dead even. Ole Miss did end up outgaining Alabama, but and Ole Miss will tell you we had plenty of opportunities to win this game, but missing the Dallas Turner helmet smash was massive. And the Dallas Turner has a little bit of a history now with these hits, if you will. So just pointing it out, it's very, very, very interesting. So comment down below your thoughts on today's video. Once again, we covered a lot of different topics. Do you believe the SEC league office is biased towards Alabama? It is Power Hour SEC. Bam! And tonight, some barbecue chicken night 2. Let's go.